going on, everybody? Well, today is the day we're going to tear into the engine. We're going to see what it has for us, but there's still some things that need to come off. The crank pulley and water pump and timing cover. Lifters have to come out, all that good nonsense. So let's just dive into this thing. Still have to drain the oil. There we go. This is what we got. That's what the back of the water pump looks like. Next up, timing marker right there. Nope. Our timing marker seems to not want to come off. Well, this is one of the bolts that keeps the, or one of the studs rather, that keeps the timing cover on, so we'll take that off anyway. I guess next thing we'll do, we'll take the crankshaft pulley off, and then the harmonic balancer will have to come off. I have to figure out a way to get that off. So, three is loose. We're going to use this frog foot, right? So the idea here, you line up the frog foot with two of the bolts, or bolt holes. You put your original bolt in. I would snug it up to the frog foot. And essentially what you would do is you would take a socket and you would ratchet it to basically pull it off. So you're using the bolts here, you're pushing against the crank to take this off. This cap goes right here. So this way you can put it against the crankshaft. And that one looks like that's our winner. This will allow us to kind of also, if we get it kind of crooked on the way out, it'll allow some wiggle room for us. And here she comes. There you go. That's how you remove a harmonic balancer on a small block 302. You can see this right here. That's your key way. And that slides onto your key right here. So we'll reinstall the bolt because just in case we need to crank over the engine here. Alright, cool. Alright, so for good measure, we'll just take our harmonic balancer bolts and we'll thread them back in so this way we don't lose them. Next up, we're going to drain the oil. It's been torn down anyway. Everything's gonna get torn down. Okay. A little bit of chocolate milk. Okay, so we're at a point. The oil is drained. Harmonic balancer, that's out. So the next thing to come off is going to be the oil pan. Oh, yes, this is just a retainer. That's off. Here she comes. There it is. Rubber gasket. You know what? I'm gonna go get a mallet and tap that off very patiently. I found my mallet, and I'm gonna use this gasket scraper here to do exactly what I'm not supposed to do with it, but work it off. It's got some RTV on that side, so there we go. Comes right off. There are the dowel pins for it. Oof. got some play. But I don't think she's jumped anything. All right, so timing cover. Okay. I'm gonna try using vice grips. One thing that you need to understand when you do this is that there's a very, very high chance that if you clamp down too tight on these lifters, you can shatter them. You want just tight enough where they're not slipping out of the vice grip. You're not scoring them up, but you could still pull on them. Right? So even though, just by me holding down with normal hand pressure, I'm able okay, here we go. See? There it is. That's how easy it should be to take out a lifter. No damage to the lifter, no scoring. All right, I was very gentle with it. So we're gonna check for wear, right? We're gonna check to see if it has any free play, right? Does it roll? It rolls, no resistance. Okay, so again. Okay, we just wanna work our way out here, nice and gently. Look at the lifter, look for any damage. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay. So just be gentle. No need to be hard. They're just lifters, see? Some are going to be harder than others. Okay, work it out. They look clean. I know that. They look pretty clean. Okay. Okay, we're just going to take it and gently work it out. There we go. Now I'm not using an insane amount of pressure. You see how easy this clicks down? I can use my pinky and I can close it. And then if I need to, right, I'll move it up and I'll wiggle. All right. Nothing, so this one is loosening up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yep. Ooh. This one still had oil on it. Same deal. Rotate it, close, and wiggle. Looks like it was starting to get scratched up. That one looks clean. Okay. Not too bad. Again, it looks like it's getting scratched up just a little bit. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Look at what we have uncovered. This lifter was not getting oil the way it should have been. And you can see that because there are heat wear marks on it. Yeah, so if you take a look, that means there was an oil delivery issue at some point, or it was overheating and this lifter expanded. You can see that there was dirt and debris. Either the filter wasn't doing its job or what, but there. See how it's shiny there and it's dull here? That's the heat scoring. It's not good. If we compare it, oh, the same thing with this one. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like she's going to need a new set of lifters. And now that I have seen that, yeah, I'm going to see it on the rest of them. Man, that sucks. Okay. Yep, you can even see here, right there. That's heat scoring. That means these lifters, at least on this side, weren't getting the proper oil lubrication. And that means, oh wow, this is bad. Ooh. Oh, that does not look good. Yup. Ooh, yeah, you can see that. No bueno. Okay, so all the lifters are out. Let's move on to getting that cam sprocket off. Let me know what you guys think of this view. This is kind of new, trying it out. Car has an electric fuel pump, not a mechanical, so I don't know what this is. Somebody will know. What I think it might do is it might kind of act as like a baffle. But now I'm going to use that that camshaft bolt. I'm going to take this cam out. So you could just walk the sprocket off the camshaft. You don't need a special puller. Alright, note the orientation. Boom. When these two timing marks come together, that's how you know you are at top dead center when you are trying to time the engine over. So technically speaking, these two timing marks together, cylinder 1, whichever cylinder is more forward, cylinder 1 would be top dead center. This might be on a different stroke, so this could be on a compression stroke instead of an exhaust. I'll probably have to fact check myself here, but that's pretty much it. The timing chain has some slop in it, so the timing chain is in order. So this is the cam phaser. Well, not the cam phaser, sorry. This is the thrust plate for the camshaft. It keeps the camshaft from walking back and forth in the cam bearings. What's funny is that I was on the phone with Summit, and the guy was telling me, well, you know, you're probably going to need another camshaft. I was like, no, I'll be all right. Here we are. Look at the orientation. This is how it'll go back on. There's going to be an ear here that lines up with an ear in the block. And there you go. This is how the front of the cam gets supplied oil. Let's see if we can get this camshaft out. I'm going to move the DSLR over here. This way you guys can get a better view. All right, we will do our best. Ooh, okay, that's not what you do. You have to be careful. Oh. Doesn't look good. I'm probably tearing up these bearings or these races. Oh, we have a washed out camshaft. Yes, sir. Oh. Yep. She was starving for oil. Oh, man. Okay, let's break this down. Here's what I'm talking about. Right here on this cam lobe, I don't know if you can see it. Right there. You see how like there's a little streak of lighter silver? That's an indication of heat. All these lobes, for the most part, look that way. If you've ever done a clutch and you look at the flywheel, if you've been doing a lot of burnouts, dump the clutch, you would see heat wear marks in the flywheel. And that's basically what we're finding here in the camshaft. In almost every lobe, it looks like oil was not properly lubricating the cam. That isn't sparking much confidence in how the bottom end is going to look. If the camshaft looks like this, and we can definitely come to some sort of hypothesis on what the crankshaft looks like. Anyway, so that's it's not good. Doesn't look like it's salvageable. I don't think I could reuse this until I measure it, until I mic it up building an engine, or you're diving into it rebuilding an engine. You find things that you normally wouldn't find, and you know, things happen. Anyway, I do appreciate you sticking around, watching me take this thing apart. Thank you for your time. Let me know your thoughts down below. What should we do? What can I do? Can't do much. Anyway, see you next week.